fantastic, and so is a king. But when they come in pairs, disaster they bring on Kite Sharks. And here's the host of Kite Sharks, Jim Curry.
Stay here. Where's Lois? Lois, come on out here. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Thank you, ladies. It's going to be hard to deal the cards. Put the rows down. Thank you for joining us on Card Sharks. And the opening poem sent in by Ann Young of Waikapa, California, watching us on... Am I pronouncing that right? Yucaipa. Pardon me, Yucaipa. Ann Young of Yucaipa, California, watching us on KNBC. That I can pronounce. Channel 4, and a happy Valentine's Day to you. We're going to bring out our champion who's going for the big money with the money cards right now. Let's welcome her, Jan Anderson. Hello, Jan. Our college student from where?
San Diego State University.
Now, you're a physical education major. What do you want to do when you get your degree in PE?
I want to get my teaching credential, and I want to go into teaching and coaching.
Yeah? What would you like to coach?
Swimming. I've already worked with AAU swimming and high school swimming.
Well, that sounds exciting. Yeah. Why do the swimmers get younger every year, the champion swimmers? Why is it? They seem to be so young, or are we getting older?
They start them out young. There's kids starting at 4 and 5 years old, and they just peak. They're ready when they're 14, 13, and they're good to it.
Well, I wish you well with that. And, of course, we wish you well with the money cards. You've already done very well. Jan has won $13,800 in cash. You cut the money cards. Let's open up the board and try to add to that total right now. Come on up here. Here we go. Okay, Jan. And my little Valentines are going to deal out the cards now as we give you $200 of new money and 3 cards to bet as you will. Up to the second level, another $200, 3 more cards. Remember, your minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card. It is hard to deal with the rows, right, Jan? Almost dropped it. Remember, the big bet, you must risk at least half the money. Good luck, Jan.
Thank you.
And here's $200.
On,
you can change the base card on each level if you need to. Thank you, Lois. We'll start her with 200 and a queen.
That's good. I'm going to go 150 lower.
$150 that this card is lower than a queen. It is a 2.
Oh, all of it. Higher.
$350 higher than a 2.
Yes.
It is 700 and you're in the middle.
I don't like it. $50 higher.
$50 higher.
Yes.
$750. Good job on the bottom level. We're going to move up to 10. Give you the other 200. You have $950.
Okay, I'm going to change it.
And for this level, she'll start with a 3. Good card.
All of it higher.
And now it's double or nothing. $950 higher than a 3.
Yes.
Okay, $1,900 and a 7.
I'm going to go with the odds. I'm going to go $50 higher.
Well, she's not getting carried away. Minimum bet on this middle card, $50 higher.
Yes.
And again.
Okay.
$1,950.
I'm going to go 950 lower.
$950 lower than a queen.
Yes!
Right with a 3. $2,900. We move up the 3.
There can't be another double. I'm going to go all of it higher.
Oh, I hope you're right. Double or nothing. Trying to double $2,900 higher than a 3. Jan, for somebody who started out so incredibly the first couple of times, the last 2 times that the money cards, the cards have not been good to you. Come on down here. Well, what can I say? $200 for the winning the game. You're still $13,800 richer. And the way you play this game, you might get another crack at it. We'll find out as we meet a new challenger right after this commercial break.
You know my friend Mr. Moretti, he worries about the arthritis pain in my hands. So he came with me to the doctor. Now I am on a wonderful treatment.
Tylenol Arthritis Extended Relief. It works as well as the leading arthritis prescription, but is much gentler to your stomach.
Mr. Moretti says I have beautiful hands.
Tylenol Arthritis. Take comfort in our strength.
I'm here to see if an expert can taste the difference between butter and new parquet.
You, sir, are from
Oregon.
I would have thought Idaho. Let's just do it.
It's butter.
Parquet.
The richest, creamiest parquet ever.
Nothing says
Butter.
like new parquet.
Take good care of my baby.
his dry skin, more people in America use Vaseline Intensive Care to heal it. Take good care with Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion.
Whoa, Kitty! Someone refill that Glade plug-in.
For lasting freshness, don't forget to refill your Glade plug-ins.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Because heat cleans better, Bissell introduces the Pro Heat, the only upright deep cleaner with a heater. See the light? The heat is on. Upright deep cleaners that don't have this light don't have heat. See the light. Bissell, we mean clean.
All righty, Jan. Janice is dealing out a brand new deck of cards, 2 new decks. Here comes a new challenger on Card Sharks. And while she's coming out here, I'm going to walk over here. Wait a second. Come here. Don't take it. You figured out how to deal the cards, right?
Put it down.
I didn't want to put it down. Forgive me for walking away there for a moment, Sandra Fries. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And won't you tell us something about yourself?
Yes, my name is Sandra Fries. I'm a visitor from England. Been here for a few months. I hope to stay a little bit longer. In England, I'm a French teacher and a part-time marriage guidance counsellor. And the last couple of years, I've been travelling a lot and going on expeditions up the Amazon and to Venezuela, to Roraima.
My goodness, all this...
Here.
Well, running around, you could try to do all these things. Doesn't your teaching and your marriage counseling get in the way of all that?
No, not at all.
No, the marriage?
No. I do it part-time at home, and I take time off. I go home, I do some work, then I go off again somewhere.
It sounds like you're leading a fascinating life.
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
Happy to have you down here with us,
Thank
Sandra.
you.
You cut the cards?
Yes, I did.
Here we
Thank
go.
you.
Good luck. We start the best 2 out of 3 with a question to Jan.
Okay.
Jan, we asked 100 bachelors. Have you ever spent a whole week's pay on one Saturday night date? How many bachelors have spent a whole week's pay on a single date?
That's funny. My boyfriend and I were just talking about how much money it adds up when you go on one date. And I think if it's a really special girl, they're going to put out their whole week's paycheck. I'd say about $55.
55. Now that you've made so much money and you've got a little bit over and above your college money, are you going to take your boyfriend out on a date now?
Of course. He deserves
Okay.
it.
Jan says 55 out of 100 bachelors have spent the whole pay on one date. Sandra, what do you think?
Oh, well, I think that a lot more would have spent all their money on a smashing date if it's someone really particular. So I'll go higher.
Even higher than that. If it is higher, you'll play your card, Sandra. If not, Jan plays hers. And the actual number of bachelors who've spent a whole week's pay on a single Saturday night date is 46. Not higher, 46. Almost half of them, though. And Jan starts off the match with a jack.
Okay, I'm going to go lower.
Lower than the jack. An 8 is not lower. And the cards do seem to be changing on the champion. Sandra, a break and a free chance at an 8.
Could I change that card?
No, you cannot.
Oh,
You did
can't.
not
I'm
win the
sorry.
question.
Right. I'll go lower.
Lower than the 8. It is a 6.
I'll freeze.
And we move over the freeze bar, and that protects that position, filling the space for Jan. And Sandra, you asked so nice with that accent, I almost let you change it. Sandra, the question to you. Sandra, we asked 100 pregnant women, would you be willing to stay pregnant an extra 3 months if you could choose the sex of your baby? How many pregnant women would be willing to stay pregnant an extra 3 months if they could choose the sex of their baby?
Oh, I would think hardly any of them at all, because the last month is really awful, so my friends tell me. So I will say about 80.
No, how many would be willing?
Would be willing to change. I'm sorry. Very, very few. 10.
10 out of 100 would stay pregnant if they could get the
Okay, I don't think
choice
it
of
really
their
matters.
sex.
I think everybody just wants a healthy baby, and it doesn't matter if it's a girl or boy, but I think there's a few that maybe they have 10 girls or something and would like a boy, so I'm going to say it's a little higher.
Little higher.
Little higher.
You figure she went too low with the 10,
Right.
huh?
Too low.
The actual number of pregnant women who would be willing to stay pregnant in order to choose the sex of their baby is 18. It's just a little higher. Jan is right.
Okay,
Jan, you've got a jack.
I'm going to go lower again.
Gonna play the jack lower. No. Again, the cards fail her. Sandra, break with a 6.
I'll have to go higher.
Higher than the 6. It is a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. An 8. Wow, the card sure came up funny this time. Jan, question 3 to you. Jan, we asked 100 men. Have you ever sent someone a Valentine and been too shy to sign your name? How many men have sent a Valentine and been too shy to sign their name?
Sir, I've gotten them without people signing them. I'm going to think it's going to be kind of in between. I'd say about 45.
45 out of 100 men have been too shy to sign their name when they sent a Valentine.
Well, I thought you weren't supposed to sign your name on a Valentine. I thought they were supposed to be anonymous. But if they were too shy...
Oh, no, you're supposed to sign them. Most people sign them, I think.
Right. Well, I'll go lower.
You say lower?
Lower.
I'm not trying to influence your answer. I think most of them are signed. That's a reasonable assumption. Let's find out on this one. The actual number of men who have sent someone a Valentine and been too shy to sign their name is 9. Just 9. Sandra. Or so maybe some monetary consideration in there. Sandra, you've got a 6, and now you won the question. You can do what you like.
I change that card, please.
Now she can change it, and it becomes a 3. Good change.
Higher, please.
Higher than the 3. A queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. An 8. And as we move over that freeze bar, Sandra is in the driver's seat needing 1 card, while Jan needs 4. This is sudden death. Someone has to win it right here. Sandra, our man on the street, went to a nudist camp in Southern California. And he asked 100 women, do you sleep in the nude? How many women nudists sleep in the nude?
Oh, well, I think he's a very lucky man to have got that far. I would say...
Oh, I don't mean he went around and counted heads.
Oh, I think he went and asked the women in the nude.
Yeah, he just asked them. Yes.
Yes. Well, I think a lot of people sleep in the nude now, so I would say...
How many women nudists sleep in the nude?
Oh, 99.
99 out of 100. Jan, what do you think?
I'm sure, because people that aren't nudists, I'm sure, sleep in the nude, and so nudists, why would they put on clothes? But I can't believe it's going to be that high. I'm going to say lower.
Lower.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny when you think about walking around nude all day and then getting dressed to go to bed. Sandra says 99, though, and Jan says lower. The actual number of women nudists who sleep in the nude is 92. It's just a little lower.
Okay.
8 of them are out there getting dressed. Jan, you've got control, but you've got a difficult board. You need 4 cards in sudden death. Sandra needs 1 card. What do you want to do? Play it or
I have a
pass
long ways to go, and I'm hoping that 8's bad, and I'm going to pass it to her.
So, Sandra, she's passing it to you with a middle card and 8. Call it right. You win the game. Call it wrong. It belongs to Jan. What do you say?
Lower.
She says lower. It is! Sandra wins game 1 in sudden death. So the challenger gets started, and we'll be right back right after this. Tough decision on that middle card.
I thought you quit smoking.
I did.
Really? What's up with that?
It's a Nicotrol inhaler. It gives me the nicotine I need to fight my cravings and help me quit.
Really?
But you can only use it for up to 6 months, and you have to use it as part of a stop smoking program. You have to stop smoking first, then you can't use it with anything else containing nicotine.
It's important to tell your doctor if you have heart or lung disease or are pregnant or nursing. The most common side effects are mild throat or mouth irritation, cough, and upset stomach.
How do I look?
Surprisingly intelligent.
Ask your doctor for product information.
Call now to learn more about the new Nicotrol inhaler and get a free copy of Pathways to Change, Nicotrol's personalized plan full of tips to help you quit smoking. The Nicotrol inhaler and Pathways to Change should be used as part of a total stop smoking program. Call now and you'll also receive a coupon worth $5 off your prescription, plus a sample inhaler mouthpiece. So call now to get started.
All of that TV that you watched as a kid is about to pay off. Are you ready? There is no shame in knowing this stuff.
Blockbusters, today at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
Thanks for making a leave. For almost 5 years, I had a hard time walking. I went from doctor to doctor and even had surgery on both knees. Pain relievers like Tylenol quit after a few hours and the pain came back. Finally, a doctor suggested a leave. Within a week, I was dancing all night like I hadn't done in years.
Aleve can stop pain all day with just 2 pills. It would take 8 Tylenol to do that.
Now people say I'm a walking advertisement for Aleve.
All day strong, all day long.
What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
You guys want cookies? Yeah!
Warm, ooey gooey Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies. Make their day the Doughboy way.
Ah, the stovetop canister. Let you make a little stuffing or a lot. Whether it's a platter of pork chops or a romantic dinner for 2, say meatloaf
or turkey.
Oh. Dress up dinner tonight with Stovetop.
Game 1 goes to the challenger. Janice deals out the same 2 decks of cards without the rose in her teeth. And we'll start game 2, and the pressure is on the champion. She needs this game. Jan, we asked 100 people. Have you ever watched a program on television and thought to yourself, I can write better than that? How many people have watched a television program and thought, I can write better than that? Somebody could write better than this. How many people watched the television program and thought, I can write better than
For
that?
sure, some of those programs are pretty bad. So I think that some people watch them and think that they can. I think it's kind of a middle number, about 60.
60. 60 out of 100 said, I can do that. Even better. What do you think, Sandra?
No, I'll have to go higher because I think most people think it, even if they can't do it. They think that they can write something better.
Have you ever tried it?
No, not yet.
No? But you think you can, huh?
Yes, of course.
60 for Jan, higher for Sandra. The actual number of people who've watched the television program and thought, I can write better than that is 76. Sandra's right. It is higher. So it is the challenger who starts game 2 with a 5.
Can I change it,
You
please?
can indeed. And the 5 becomes an ace, a great change.
Lower, please.
Lower than the ace, a queen.
Lower, please.
Lower than the queen, a 6.
Please.
And Sandra needs 2 cards to become the new champion. Sandra, we asked 100 senior citizen women. Is a woman today, senior citizen women, is a woman today a fool to lose her innocence before her wedding night? How many senior citizen women think a woman today is a fool to lose her innocence before her wedding night?
Well, I think the world is still a little bit old-fashioned, and I think that the senior citizen women would think that it is foolish to lose it before your wedding night, that it's something worth waiting for, if you don't wait too long. So, I'll say...
So far, she agrees. How much, we don't know
right,
yet.
I'll say 72.
72 out of 100 senior citizen women say yes. A woman is a fool to lose her innocence.
Okay, I think back then that they didn't do, anything before marriage, and they think that, but I think it's going to be lower.
You think it's lower than that? A little lower.
It's lower.
I don't know. As I recall some of our polls with the senior citizens, they were swinging pretty good there. Oh, yes. 72 for Sandra, lower for Jan. The actual number of senior citizen women who think a woman today is a fool to lose her innocence before her wedding night is 57. Jan is right. It is lower. More than half thought that. Jan with some catching up to do. That's a
10, change it.
You may
Good
indeed.
card, come
Thank
on.
you, Jan. And the 10 becomes an
8.
8. Not a good change.
Lower.
Lower than the 8. No. And again, Jan cannot get started. Sandra's happy about that with a 6.
Lower.
Way against the odds. She has a feeling. Is she right? No. And couldn't take advantage of it. Question to you, Jan. Now, the presidential primary in New Hampshire is about to occur, so we asked 100 voters in New Hampshire, has listening to a candidate's speech ever changed your mind about an issue? How many New Hampshire voters said a candidate has been able to change their mind?
I think most people are pretty stubborn, and if they've set their mind, if they're Republican or if they're Democrat, they've kind of set their mind who they're going to vote for. So I don't think that many are, but it's going to be kind of in between. I'd say about 53.
53 out of 100 has said a candidate has been able to change their mind with a speech. Sandra?
Well, I think that they can have their minds changed by a very good speech. I've had my mind changed by a very good speech. But in the end, by voting, no, I'll go lower. I'll say lower. Actually, when it comes to the voting.
Not that many. She said 53. You say lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of New Hampshire voters who said listening to a candidate speak has changed their mind is 77. Sandra should have gone with her first instinct, and it works out for Jan. And now Jan can get rid of the middle card. A 6.
6. Okay, let's go higher.
Higher than a 6.
Yes. 3.
3. Yes. Now, Jan needs 3. Sandra needs 2. We are again at sudden death. Sandra, we asked 100 6th graders, if you saw another kid cheating on a test at school, would you tattle on him? How many 6th graders said if they saw another kid cheating, they would tell the teacher?
Oh, very, very few, I think. Even if you saw, you wouldn't dare tell on them because they may be bigger than you and punch you in the face. So I would say, but...
That tends to be a deterrent, Sandra.
It does. So I'll say about 73.
73. Now, how many would tell the teacher?
I've done it again. Much lower than 37.
That's all right. You say it so sweetly, Sandra. Anything you want. 37, she says, Jan.
Okay, I think some kids might tattle, but I think most of them are past the stage. They're just going to kind of turn their head. I think it's going to be lower.
Even lower than that?
Yep.
This will decide control and sudden death. The actual number of 6th graders who would tattle if they saw another kid cheating is 21. Jan is right. It is lower. Jan again has control, needing 3 cards. Sandra needs 2. What are you going to do?
I have such crummy card up there. I'm passing it
You're
to
going to pass
Sandra.
it. Sandra, you have a 6. Turn them both over. You're the new champion. Make one mistake, and we have a tie. This time she goes with the odds higher. It is higher, a 7. 1 to go.
Higher still, then.
Higher, she says. No. And Jan ties it up. Couldn't do it, and we have a tie. Each player with one game and $100 will have the tiebreaker coming at you right after this. Close.
Yo-Yo Ma is A cellist, B, a rap artist, C, none of the above.
Inquisition, tonight at 7 and 11 Eastern.
Recent studies have shown that a diet rich in tomato products is associated with a reduced risk of certain types of cancers. And a hot bowl of Campbell's tomato soup is one of the most delicious ways for you to enjoy the goodness of juicy, vine-ripened tomatoes that are picked at the peak of perfection. Want something good for you that tastes good too? We have a soup for that. Campbell's Tomato Soup. Want soup even faster? Try Campbell's ready-to-serve tomato soup. It's even more convenient.
Every day, people ask me how to lose weight. There's really no secret. You gotta eat right and eat less. That's why I recommend Dexatrim. Just one Dexatrim curbs your appetite all day, so you eat less and lose weight. I lost 8 pounds. Dexatrim, proven to help you lose weight.
Over the years, my tastes have matured. Now I prefer more refined things, like this new home-style rigatoni. Beef, spices, Romano cheese. Mom, you want some?
No, I'm not hungry. New home-style pastas from Chef Boyardee.
Out of gas. Stranded. It can happen to anyone. Don't let it happen to you. Introducing Rescue. Safe to store in your trunk and safe for your engine. It can have you back on the road in no time. Rescue from Pennzoil. Better safe than stranded.
Each player with one game and $100. We set up for the tiebreaker. 3 cards up there, 3 questions here, and we start the tiebreaker with a question to you, Jan. Jan, rock star Paul McCartney was recently set free by the government of Japan after spending just 10 days in prison for possession of marijuana. So we asked 100 people, do you think the Japanese government was too soft on him? How many people think the Japanese government was too soft
No,
on
I
Paul
think
McCartney?
people were really complaining that, you know, when he got arrested, that they were gonna keep him there for a really long time. So I don't think very many. I'd say 27.
27 out of 100 people said the Japanese were too soft on Paul McCartney. Sandra?
No, I think fewer would say that they were too soft.
So you say even lower than that?
Even lower than that, yes.
All right. Ooh, not much agreement from the audience there, Sandra. Does that give you hope with this now?
No, it doesn't.
27 for Jan, lower for Sandra. The actual number of people who think the Japanese government was too soft on Paul McCartney is 35, not lower. Jan is right. The audience was right. And Jan starts off the tiebreaker with a 4.
Higher!
Higher than the 4. A 4. For a crack at the big money again? No! Couldn't turn over that last card, and Sandra's still in it with a 3. Higher than the 3, a 9.
Higher.
Higher. She's going to try that middle card, and she's going against the odds. Higher. She's right. She wins it. That time going against the odds paid off. Jan, you've been a fine champion, leaving us with $13,900. Good luck with your study. Jan Anderson and Sandra, come on down here. Sandra Fries, congratulations, our champions. $200 richer. Must ask you now, during the last break, in the event that you should have won the game, you did cut the money cards, yes?
Yes, I did.
All right, then the deck that you cut is being set up there right now. They're spinning things around, and we're going to get to the money cards right away. Sandra, come on up there as soon as it stops. Let's get to the big money. Here we go. Yes, and as I mentioned, each player cuts the money cards, and here come the cards. And you know, Sandra, if you can go double, double, double all the way up to the top, $28,800 if you can do it right now. You beat a good champion. Let's top it off. Good luck. Here's $200. And we'll start you off. Thank you, Lois. On the bottom level, Sandra will play a 2.
Higher. Oh, to all of it, higher.
All of it, $200 higher than a 2. Yes, with an ace.
All of it, lower.
Trying for $800 lower. It is. You have $800 on a 10.
Lower.
Half of it on a 10. A big bet on a 10. Lower. No. Oh, I thought that was a tough bet. Now we move up the 10, though, and give you the other 200. You have $600. Do you want it?
Can I change the
You
card?
can indeed. Changing the 10 to... Oh, again, a great card.
All of it, higher.
$1,200 if it's higher. It is. You're in the middle.
200. 200 lower.
Pretty good size bet on the middle card. 200 lower. No. And it can look double. $1,000. Be careful on that middle card, Sandra.
Okay. All right, yes. I'll take the audience's advice. 50 higher.
$50 minimum bet. Higher. It is with a great card, a king. And $1,050, we move up the king.
All of it? Well, I never expected to be here, so I'll put all of it higher.
Higher?
Yes. Oh, lower. Lower.
Okay.
Thank you.
Trying to double two. $1,050. It is lower for $2,100. Oh, Sandra, I think if you hadn't gotten carried away with a couple of middle cards, you really would have cleaned up on that one. But she did well. $2,300 for Sandra Fries, and we'll be right back right after this.
All right, honey. Let me have it.
There's an easier way to see stars. Hollywood Squares weekdays on Game Show Network.
We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance. We all do dumb things. Paying too much for car insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Geico. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The new science of physique. Predictability overcome. You want to style your hair one way, predictably it goes the other. But science is changing all that. Introducing new physique styling spray. It targets your hair, then adjusts and holds air spaces between strands. Expanding for volume, contracting for smoothness. So predictably, you'll always get the style you want. New physique styling spray. Science gives you the style nature didn't.
This is Laura Patterson. She's saving a bundle on long-distance calls to Grandma using MCI 5 cents every day.
When Laura was born, I counted on Mom to talk me through everything. She'd call 2-3 times a day. How do I do this? How do I do that? Mom was always calling me. It was like we rediscovered each other. Then we got the phone bills.
No college tuition for you.
Now we use MCI 5 cents every day. It's brand new. Calls are just 5 cents a minute every evening and 5 cents a minute all weekend long. That's half the price of AT&T for these calls.
Isn't that good?
And you can get daytime calls the rest of the week for just 10 cents a minute. Now we can call each other any day of the week without worrying about the cost, whether it's just to shoot the breeze or for the really important stuff.
It's Grandma.
MCI 5 cents every day. To sign up, call 1-800-298-0705.
Say hi, Grandma.
Ask about our great international rates, too.
Every day across America, more and more children are improving their reading because of Hooked on Phonics.
Dylan was just struggling, having a hard time getting through a book.
He used Hooked on Phonics for only 4 weeks, and I was amazed at the progress he had made over the summer.
Hooked on Phonics really works.
Use Hooked on Phonics and see the improvement in your child's reading in just 4 weeks, or your money back. We guarantee it.
Call to order, and with your paid order, get the World Book Encyclopedia on CD-ROM free. Call 1-800-ABCDEFG.
Stick around. It's the show brought to you by the letters R, S, T, L, N, and E. Wheel of Fortune up next, followed by Jeopardy and Blockbusters.
Bye-bye for now.
A representative of the studio audience will receive men's combination quartz analog watch. LCD alarm feature displays either another time zone or continuous readout of seconds and date in a carrot-clad case with matching bracelet furnished by Jules Jurgensen. And some of our contestants will receive a serving tray and light lunch from Lipton. Hot and hearty, satisfying dishes you make in a mug. More great taste from Lipton. Light lunch, it's delicious. A candy dish and goobers, crisp, crunchy peanuts, raisinets, plump sweet raisins, all covered with smooth, fine chocolate. Snow caps, dark chocolate nonpareils. Goobers, raisinets, and snow caps. The new Proctor Silex Lady Light Self-Cleaning Super Steve Iron. It irons out the problems you've had with ironing. The Proctor Silex Lady Light, a hair dryer and Conair Royal Persian Henna Hair Care System to energize your hair. Energize your hair with natural body and shine. Conair, the professional's choice.
On Hollywood Squares, the Baldwin brothers start a family feud.
When you heard Billy, it meant something else. I bet it did.
Plus Cindy Crawford and Kristen Johnson.
And that's what I need is another alien joke. Okay, sorry. Okay. Doing that.
Hollywood Squares, where the stars come out to play, weekdays at 10:30, 2:30, and 6 Eastern on Game Show Network.
Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.